Art has the power to transform spaces, and now the Quad Cities is home to the largest public installation in the state of Iowa. It's called Evanescent Field, and it's lighting up more than the skyline. Joining us today is Joshua Johnson, co-senior curator at the Figge. Joshua, thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited to talk with you after what was such an incredible weekend, the unveiling of Evanescent Field at the Figge Art Museum. So, I mean, how was it for your team and for all of you guys there? It had to have been a special moment.
It was a wonderful moment. I mean, we have been thinking about the unveiling of this light sculpture by Leo Villarreal for, it's been 20 years in the making, really. Ever since the building was completed, it was always the intention to light this double-walled curtain wall with a lighting project of some kind. And then really for the last 10 years, we've been kind of talking with Leo to make this all happen.
Wow.
So, and then to build up to this fantastic public unveiling, which had, in my 10 years at the museum, the most people I've ever seen at the museum at one time. It was just great to feel that kind of community support and feel that kind of community gathering around this art piece. It was a wonderful time.
Absolutely. Okay, so here we're watching a video of, you just saw it light up, and you and I were both there over the weekend on Saturday evening to watch this all happen. Truly incredible. It was like, you felt like you were really part of something. You know, everybody counted down, from like 10, and just people, it kind of like took your breath away. And I can only imagine somebody who's been involved with or working with the Figge for all of these years, seeing this come to fruition after it's been talked about for more than a decade, finally happening. It was just awesome. Okay, so let's get to the nitty-gritty, so to speak. How does Evanescent Field actually work? For anyone who has missed maybe Melissa being on the show before and kind of explaining it, there's a lot of technology here.
There is a lot of technology here. So there's over 5,000 linear feet of lights that actually make up this project. So over a mile of lighting weaves in and out through the curtain wall of the museum. And then there's all sorts of kind of coding that happens to actually make the lighting happen, to make the light sequences, the different colors, the motion that's happening. All of that is being done through coding that Leo Villarreal has created specially for this piece. And some of it is generative too. So some of it, the coding, he has set up kind of rules and parameters of what the lights can do. And some of it will kind of change without him necessarily choosing when it changes. And all of these different sequences too, it'll never repeat in the same way. So there are, if you look at the facade, that same vision of it will happen again, but never for the same duration and never in the same order ever again. So every time, really you should come see it every night because it's going to be different every time.
You're going to see something new every time. I mean, even the videos and photos that we are looking at right now, it has looked different every time. It was like a glowing, pale pink and white when it was lit up on Saturday. Now we've been seeing videos of a very deep pink and purple. It is super cool to see. So tell us a little bit more about the artist, Leo Villarreal. We got a chance to see him speak. Not only did he speak at a private event at the Figge inside the building to a lot of folks who have been donating and wanting to see this come to fruition for a very long time, but he also spoke to the crowd outside, which was very cool to hear from the artist. Tell us a little bit about him and how this vision that he was trying to convey with this work.
Yeah, so Leo Villarreal, his whole kind of, he comes at this from a sculpture point of view and also a background in set design, and then also trained at, especially in technology and coding.
Right, yeah.
And then actually his whole interest in this combination of light and sculpture and space and architecture really started from a trip to Burning Man when he was very young. And he wanted to create a light sculpture that would basically mark the top of his RV so he could find his way back through the desert in the early days of Burning Man.
I did not know this story.
Yeah,
That's
it's a great story. So he put these strobing lights in this configuration on top, and he combined it with code and space and these motion lights that guided him back, and that's what he's been kind of working on ever since, is using lights as this creation of these gathering places, these digital campfires that he refers to. And he's done the same thing at the Figge.
Yeah.
And you were kind of asking, what was he kind of thinking about when he's making this piece? And of course, this is a piece that's tailor-made for our community and about our community. So really the piece is visually trying to tell the kind of story of us. So it's responding to the beauty of the river, the beauty of the sunset on the Mississippi River, and also the the activity of the museum and the activity of the Quad Cities downtown area, he's responding to all of that. In terms of the actual color palette, it's interesting too, because he fairly recently finished the Illuminated River project in London, where he was able to light 9 bridges across the Thames.
Wow.
And during that process, he was very interested in kind of the history of the Thames. So he's looking at paintings by Monet of these bridges,
Right.
or of J.M.W. Turner.
And just being influenced by all of that.
Of course, and
Yeah.
those colors, those kind of luscious colors come into the color palette that he selected for the Figge. And of course, you can see those in our same skyline here too.
Yeah, we've got a really cool thing happening here in downtown Davenport, and just something special for the entire Quad Cities. Again, this is a permanent installation, so folks, you can go and see Evanescent Field at the Figge anytime you want to, which, you know, I'll just speak for you and just say that this is really in tune with your mission, as the Figge, and just bringing people together. That's exactly what we saw over the weekend. And if you're watching today, we've got the website on the screen, so if you want to take a look at other exhibitions that are underway now inside the Figge, there is so much to see. I'm talking 3 floors of stuff. Or if you want to learn about what's to come, just visit FiggeArtMuseum.org. Joshua, thank you so much. It was just fun rehashing everything with you today.
No, it was great to talk about it again.
Yes, thank you.